All right, 7.2. So, find the value of x and y. Notice it says parallelogram. That means opposite sides are parallel. Okay, so this is parallel to this, and this is parallel to this one. Okay, in a parallelogram, opposite sides have opposite measurements that are equal. So, number 4, this is clearly 12. But over here, there's a little bit of work. M plus 1 is equal to 6. So that means M is 5. Because 5 plus 1 would give you the 6. Also, in this case, opposite angles are equal. So D minus 21 is equal to 105. Therefore, D is 126. And then since opposite sides are equal, Z minus 8 is 20. Add 8 to both sides, and Z is 28. Okay, same thing here. G plus 4 is 65. This time we're going to subtract 4. So G is 61. Be careful here. 7 is equal to 16 minus H. Okay. When you subtract the 16, be careful. You still have a negative H. You might want to put a 1 there. Equal to 7 minus 16 is negative 9. Then when you divide by negative 1, H is positive 9. So if you think about it, 16 minus 9 is 7. All right. Now, remember, opposite ones are the same, so that's 51, but it's asking us to find B. Well, B and C, consecutive angles, are supplementary. So B is equal to 180 minus 51. So the measure of angle B is 129. All right. This says N. So again, these two are supplementary. So 180 minus 95, and that tells us 85 degrees. Okay, LM. Well, LM is opposite QN, so that's 13. LP, right here, is part of this diagonal. Now, in a parallelogram, the diagonals bisect each other, so if this is 7, so is this. So LP is 7. LN would be 14. LQ is over here, which is the same as MN, so that's 8. MQ is the whole thing. So this is 8.2, this is 8.2, but 8.2 times 2 is 16.4. Now the measure of LMN, let's kind of clean this up a little bit. LMN is right here. Okay? Now, notice it says this is 100. That means this is 100. Therefore, M and Q are both 180 minus 100, so these are 80 degrees each. So LMN, which is that, is 80 degrees. Now NQL. NQL is this angle over here, which we just said is also 80. MNQ is right here, like we talked about, which is 100. And then LMQ is just this part right here, which is half of LMN at 40 degrees. Okay, find the value of each variable. Well, first off, again, these are going to be supplementary. So n is going to be 180 minus 70, which is equal to 110 degrees. And then these two are equal to each other, so 2m equals 70, so m is half of that, 35 degrees. There's n and there's m. Okay, so nothing but variables and some numbers. So we know we're going to work with two letters that are the same. So b plus 10 plus b, careful, it's minus 10, must be supplementary. So that's 2b equals 180 because these both cancel each other out. So b is 90. That is not saying the angles are 90. That says b is 90. So 90 plus 10 means this angle down here is 100. 90 minus 10 means this is 90 minus 10, which is 80. And therefore, C is 80 and D is 100. Okay. So remember, these are equal to each other. So K plus 4 is equal to 11. Subtract 4. K is equal to 7. And these two are equal to each other, so there's no math to really do there. It's simply M is 8. All right. Now over here, the diagonals bisect each other, so these are equal to each other. 2u plus 2 is equal to 5u minus 10. I'm going to subtract 2u on both sides and add 10 on both sides. So that gives me 12 on this side and 3u on this side. And divide by 3, u is 4. And then over here, these are equal. So I think that's a v. So v over 3 equals 6. And you get rid of the 3 on the bottom. So v is 18. Because 18 divided by 3 is 6. And now we're going to do some graphing. So negative 2, 5 is right here. 2, 5 is right here. 4, 0 is right here. And 0, 0 right there. So there is our shape. W, X, Y, Z. So remember, the diagonals are going to bisect each other. I'm just poorly drawing this. And it's not going to end up perfect, but it's right in there. Okay? So it's the midpoint of either X and Z or Y and W. Doesn't matter. So I'm going to take Y and W. So 4 plus negative 2 over 2. Then my y's, 5 plus 0 over 2. So 4 minus 2 is 2, divided by 2 is 1, 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. So 1, 2.5, which kind of looks like right there in the middle, is your midpoint. All right, same idea. Negative 1, 3. That's Q. 5, 2. R, 1, negative 2, S, and negative 5, negative 1, T. Okay, so the midpoint is going to be somewhere around there. So again, you pick either 2 points, Q and S, or T and R. I'll take T and R this time. So 5 plus 5, negative 5, divided by 2. And 2 plus negative 1. divided by 2. Well, 5 minus 5 is 0, divided by 2 is still 0. That looks about right. And 2 minus 1 is 1, divided by 2 is 1/2. So 0.5 or 1/2, and that is it.